Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is News Center at 6 on 10 ABC.
Well, today's hot temperatures took a toll on some of the racers in the 35th annual Freihofer's Run for Women competition in Albany. News Center's Josh Sims joins us live in this studio with those details. Josh.
Well, that's right, Megan. As more than 5,000 women towed the line in today's premier road race, the heat made the running conditions, well, far from ideal. Race director George Regan said it's the first time he's ever seen many of the elite runners go directly to the tent once the race was over. One American, Sarah Crouch, well, she collapsed as she crossed the finish line, needed to be carried off to the medical tent to receive help. After she came to, she described those conditions. And, well, those conditions, as she told us, were just tough. After talking to her after the race, we were there to speak with her, and she told us she really didn't remember a lot of what had happened. She just remembered crossing the finish line, and that was about it. She was out for about 4 to 5 minutes, came to, she was fine speaking to us after, but it really was a little scary that she told us. And, you know, thanks to the police and extra people on staff, they were able to tend to those in need. But it really was difficult conditions out there for the runners today with all the heat. Back to you, Megan.
All right, Josh, thank you. Police were extra vigilant from the time runners gathered at the starting line until the very end of today's Run for Women competition. The heightened sense of security came in the wake of the Boston Marathon bombings, as this was the second major race to be held in our area since that tragedy. News Center's Amy Cutler has more on how today's race went off without a hitch.
Security was a big concern at the venue this year, and there were some changes. Backpacks, coolers, and duffel bags weren't permitted. Thousands of runners excited and ready to head to the start line at the Freihofer's Run for Women. But there were some noticeable changes in and around the race course this year. The changes come in the wake of the bombings at the Boston Marathon. Albany police partnering with the state police to ensure the popular 5K went off without a hitch. Heightened security measures many runners say they noticed and appreciated.
We're happy to see that there's a lot of police around. It makes us feel a little bit better.
And it wasn't just more officers on patrol. Authorities conducted bag checks and asked even runners to bring items in clear plastic bags to make inspections easier. Police also donned yellow vests, urging people to remain vigilant and contact them if they spotted anything suspicious.
I noticed that all the stairs are gated, all the entrances onto the actual race course are pretty heavily guarded. I'm going to let them stop us.
And that heightened security did seem to help. There were no reported incidents this year. No word yet on if that heightened security will be in place next year. In Albany, I'm Amy Cutler for the News Center.
Well, today was the 35th annual running of the Freihofer's Run for Women in Albany, a race that is unique to the Capital District because the 5K race, well, it's all females running, as you can see. The field of runners is as tough as they get. Olympians on the course, record holders, the previous Freihofer champions, all in the mix both nationally and internationally. And in the end, it was Emily Chebet of Kenya who holds the record at the course, coming in first. In the elite division, Dorota Gruka of Poland defends her Masters Division title, finishing first. Amy Van Austin, the first American to finish the race. And on the local side, Megan Hogan out of Saratoga, she finished 10th overall.
We go together to 4 kilometers. I say the body is have very energy, and I say I come.
Definitely a great race, and something about Chebet. She broke the record on this race, and she did it again, so congratulations to her.
Impressive, keeping up that speed even in the heat. All right, Josh, thank you.